Hello people. I am Folagbade Oluwatosin Blessing, and I am a personal growth advocate. I'm so excited to welcome everyone to the first episode of The Growth Story. The Growth Story is a safe space where people come to share their journey of overcoming challenges and achieving growth. A space where you get inspired and also be the inspiration to others. Today we have our guest with us, Dr. Tim, popularly known in the city of Calabar, but he goes by the name NDIKA Timothy. So, sir, please, will you properly introduce yourself to the people?
All right, thank you, Miss Blessing. Thanks for having me here in the very first edition of my growth story. All right, so once again, my name is Timothy NDIKA, popularly known as you say, that's Dr. Tim, and I'm a medical doctor in training at University of Calabar Medical School. I'm a counselor and the lead for DOGSA counseling team. I'm a tutor and I'm the CEO of the tutorial brand Dr. Tim Tutorials that has different branches in Nigeria and we help different students over the years. We are 2 years plus now. I'm also an author. I write books on personal development and success. So people usually ask, how is it that currently I'm still in medical school, or how is it that I call myself Dr. Tim? Like, where did the name
Yeah.
come from and all? I think it's part of what we're discussing today, the whole identity matter, right? So that happened in 2020 during the COVID, and I started my journey of self-discovery and personal development in 2019. So in 2020, I just said I want to be called Dr. Tim, not just the name alone, but the image, you get the identity. So I usually say that nobody will build your life for you. You have to decide who you want to be, what you want to be known for.
Yeah.
You have to get identity right, and then you have to start building your image. You get that thing called image. And you start building your image. You want to be this, you want to be that. You start building it when you are growing. So I wanted giving myself an image. So I just came up with that name, Dr. Tim. And then I started building towards it that if somebody says Dr. Tim, what comes to their mind? You get so I had to just put, that name, Dr. Tim, and started building towards it. So that's how the name came. Yes, that's it.
Thank you very much. It's the long-awaited 14th March 2025, and today we are live for a conversation that could change your perspective on life, on growth, and struggles. So before we dive into today's topic, as the live section will be going on, please, if you have any question whatsoever, do well to drop it on the comment section. So today's topic we have the journey of self-discovery. Into bracket finding purpose and passion through personal growth. So sir, over to you. What will you say concerning the journey of self-discovery?
Like I said, the topic the topic is quite broad, but it's interesting, like really interesting because it's something that everybody deals with. Like where if you're in a place and you don't know why you are there, it should bother you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the journey of self-discovery and finding purpose through finding
Purpose and
purpose and
passion
passion through
through personal growth.
self growth or personal growth.
Yeah.
Great. So basically, how I see it is that there are different words there, but one key word there is purpose. This is something that everybody should, get to find out early and then get to live. So purpose is different things to purpose is different things. Like it has different meanings, all the same meaning, but I want to just like define it in different ways. Purpose is your importance. Like what is your importance in this space? You get like there are different things on this table for different reasons. You get a different things in this room for different purposes. So we like when I talking about purpose, we are saying what is the importance of the light, what the importance of the speakers, what the importance of the background, the table, the chairs. You get
That's right.
that's what purpose is. Your importance, right? Your relevance. How relevant are you? What is your relevance in this space? Your significance.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your significance in this place? And your value. What value do you bring? You get like assuming you're working somewhere and then what's the purpose in that place is what value you are bringing to that place, that workplace. You get what I'm saying? So finding
Purpose
finding
and
purpose and
passion
passion
through
through
personal
personal
growth.
growth. One of the things that is very, very important to both discovering and living out your purpose,
Yes.
right, is personal growth. That's why I say the topic is very, very interesting because you have to love yourself enough to improve yourself. And the more you improve yourself, the more you see that there are things about you that you never knew.
Mm.
A typical example I will use is gold. Gold is not appreciated until it is refined.
Yeah.
So a person who does not love himself enough to improve himself will not appreciate, will not get the value that they have to present it to the world. You get.
Yes,
So
sir.
the point is that the whole thing is all about the journey of self discovery, right?
Yes.
And I like the word the journey because it shows that it's not like I find this can or I find this iPhone.
Mm.
Yeah, when people talk about finding purpose, like they'll just go to one place and then they're like, this is it. They're good. But it's not like that. It's a journey, like you said, a
Yeah.
journey of self-discovery because you are a wonder. That's how God wants you to be, a wonder to many. You get. So it's something that you need to continuously find things about yourself. You get. So it's a journey of self-discovery, meaning that you don't just wake up one day and be like, this is it, this is everything about me. But you wake up. That's why I said that. But you have to love yourself enough to want to work on yourself. You have to love yourself enough to want to improve yourself. So if you are doing this thing on yourself, you are giving yourself to growth and everything. You see that there is more that you don't even know. Like a refined gold, the more you are clean, you get what I'm saying. So that's what the topic is about. Getting to know who you are, getting
Yes.
to know your relevance in the world,
Your
getting to know your
value.
contribution, your value, your significance here in the world. So that's what we're talking about. And right now, people that are listening later, truth is that to find out in this earth, there is something deep down inside you that is a question deep down inside you. Who am I?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yes,
Who
sir.
am I? Why am I here? What's my use? You get. And honestly, if you don't ask these questions and answer them correctly, you will not find fulfillment. So that's why we are having this session right now.
I hope you get that if you do not find this question and answer them correctly. Who am I? Why am I here? So
You
there
will
is a
not have
need for
fulfillment.
you to answer these questions correctly.
Yeah.
And again, I hope you get that you have to love yourself enough.
Yeah.
You have to love yourself enough to want to improve on yourself, to want to grow.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, sir. Today we have some questions, and these are things that we also want you to hear. And that is why there is need for you to grab a book and a pen because you will definitely be inspired. So over to the question, sir. Can you share a bit of your personal growth journey and how you discover your purpose and passion? Because there are so many persons that are wandering around and do not even know what direction next to face or where
Mhm.
to even turn to. So please, can you share a bit of your personal growth journey and how you discover your purpose and passion?
Okay, so this question was asked like 2 weeks ago by two different persons, and I just told them that I should follow the live stream today. I hope they are watching. My growth theory, right?
Yes,
And how I got to find purpose.
yes. How you got to discover your purpose and passion?
So I attribute it to 2019. 2019. What happened that year? There's this lady, my mentor, one of my mentors. I have many mentors. Pastor Jennifer. So she came to the city of Calabar from Benin City
Mm.
in 2019. So she came for ministry work, like you get, so for ministry work that year, and she met me on that fateful day. I was in first semester 100 level, just like the 100 level medical student. And back then, at that time, I did not know anything about purpose, all this personal growth, self discovery, vision, all this things to talk. I did not. So when she met me, like it was not like she met me to do like on the ground of evangelism,
Yeah.
but it was not like the cross or hell or heaven or you know do this, you die, and all those things. All that part of it was she met me and then she talked to me about a Bible verse, Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts I think towards you,
Towards you
says the Lord, they are thoughts of
for
good or
good
thoughts
and
of
not
peace
of evil.
and not of evil, right?
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah 29, verse 11. And that became my favorite verse since then. Because what she did that day was more than just talking to me. It was opening my eyes to see that I am valuable.
Mm.
Because she was asking me some questions like the ones she asking me right now. She asked me, do I know why I am here? Do I know why God brought me here? Do I know God's will for my life? Do I know why I was created? Do I know how I was born? Do I have a vision for my life? Do I yeah, that was what asking me, like, do I have a vision for my life? And it was sounding, as of then, it was sounding very strange to me, like, what is purpose? what is,
Yes, sir.
what's impact, what's vision, what's self-discovery, what is God's will, what one is God's will again. As a fresher, you get, no, I just came there to take pictures, snap, because back then class was not even holding that much, like, you get, but she made me think. And I usually say this thing that if you ask yourself intelligent questions, you make intelligent decisions. Apart from the spiritual aspect of getting me trained spiritually, like praying and fasting and every other thing, another thing that she really helped me in my personal growth. She was the one that influenced me to start reading books. You get, she gave me two of her books that she gave me that year. One of them is Swedish. She's no longer in Nigeria. I don't know why she's back, but she left to Ghana. She gave me 10 Laws of Leadership by Bill Newman. And then she gave me, I think, Created for Distinction by Pastor David. So she gave me those books and started reading about, like, it was strange, like reading
David
about
Abioye.
leadership. Eh?
David Abioye.
Yeah, I think it's Biomi. Yeah, David Biomi. So
Bioye.
I read those two books and I just got interested in reading books. You get, so normally, like the law of I think Isaac Newton's law, a body remain at rest until an external force act on it,
Yes.
or it just keep going in circles until something else displaces it and all. So I would have just been like that if she did not come to me. It's like somebody might just be living an ordinary life
Yeah.
until they get to listen to this and they get to think that my life is more than this. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So for me, like, that was like the turning point of my life. Like when she asked me those one, and then she got me reading books and then listening. That's when I started following Dr. Miles Munro and other speakers online. And then Dr. Miles Munro just made it, I want to say made it worse, but made it better. Because he was always talking vision and every other thing, and then listening to people that talk about, the whole purpose thing. That's how I also started. Then I started loving to make impact. So, and I feel like the purpose is all about making impact, your contribution, like I said, your
Mm.
value add, contribution, relevance, and all. So that's when it started. And talking about discovering my purpose, that's part of the question.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
How
I,
you discover your purpose and your passion?
I, I was able to discover my purpose and my passion. Uh, I think I think self growth helps because when, like I said earlier, like if you love yourself, if you see
Mm.
that there's something valuable inside of you, if you know that there's gold in this ground,
Yes.
you will dig deep to go and find it.
Yes.
So if somebody opens your eye that there's something about you, something significant about you, you want to work on yourself to find it. You understand?
Yes.
So basically, when she opened my eyes to realize that I'm not on earth just as I'm not a non-entity.
Mm.
That my life is significant. There's something about me that is important. So when she opened my eyes to that regard, I started being intentional about myself. Started, watching the way I talk, like building myself, and then I started a journey for growth. So in that process, even till now, I'm still finding purpose. Like I said earlier, the journey of self-discovery is a journey, it's not just one thing. I started finding that okay, I can actually teach. For instance, she was the one that told me that I should teach. I talked to her about teaching, like I like to teach. And she was like, why if you like to teach, why not go and teach? You get, so that's one thing I do. You get, I'm not good at singing. First time I sang in church, there was a meeting session that was dedicated just to me. Like my pastor was like, Tim, what was the meaning of that? Do you know worship in your house? And I was like there in our church, there are screens and there are lyrics. But with all the lyrics, I even had backup. I blew everything up, blew the backup up, blew. You get, so it's not my thing. You get, I'm not good at soccer. Yes, I'll not be competing with them, see Ronaldo and all. But teaching is something that is part of me. My mom is a teacher. My dad was a nurse teacher before he retired, a nurse tutor. You get, so I've been teaching since I was in primary school. But the reason I'm saying this is because I wouldn't have valued that gift of mine if I did not love myself and I was not working on myself. So Barcelona really played a really, really great one. And then when she won about leaving the country, like she came from ministry, so the whole ministry things, so marriage journeys. When she was about leaving the country, she added me over to my current pastor, Dr. T. And that one is already a lot on his own, but I'm not good there. But that's it.
Thank you very, very much for that great response. So to further more on the question is what mindset shifts are necessary to align with one's purpose? What mindset shifts are necessary?
In mindset shift.
Mm.
I think one major one for me will be the mindset of growth, the growth mindset. You get, people have this ideology that you can arrive. How do I put this now? Like you said, this is about journey of self-discovery,
Yes,
right? And
Lord.
you're talking about a mindset shift that's going to help you grow and help you find purpose more
Yeah.
and fulfill purpose. It's the growth mindset. What I mean by that, like having a mindset that you are not perfect and you can't even be, to be
Yes.
honest. Yes. So the idea is somebody once said that perfectionism is a trap because when you
Mm.
feel like you've done it well, I guess I think that we are doing this podcast now, and then someone now assume that they did it so well, right? They'll not improve.
Yeah.
And the world does not just come to you because you did something good. The world comes to you because you are improving. You get the world is distracted. People are distracted. But what it takes to catch the attention of a distracted generation is growth. You get what I'm saying? So when you have that growth mindset that there's always room for improvement, like somebody said that the biggest room is a room for improvement. Have that mindset that there's always room for improvement. It's going to help you discover purpose more and leave it out. So whether it's your personal life, just know that because you sang or because you sing, that's not all that actually. You can be a singer, you can be an author, you can be many things. But if you now decide that okay, that is it, then you will not all those things that God has put inside of you, you will not discover them. Because you might have been given 5 talents, like the guy in the story, that you all know.
Yeah.
But then because you now recognize one and you now stop there, you will live unfulfilled. Why?
Mm.
Because you now have a growth mindset. And you can, if you are listening now and then you have like a business brand, you get your business brand, like as the maybe as the CEO or the leader of the business, you should have a growth mindset too. Have meetings with your staff, come up with new ideas. There are new technologies and AI and everything. Have a growth mindset that we always want to grow. People always come to what is growing. People always come to what is improving.
Yes,
This is
sir.
Africa, and I think it's close to the mango fruit called mango season this period. Notice that when the mango is not producing fruit, people will literally pass the mango.
That's right.
They are not attracted to it until it is
Mm.
producing fruit. What's the point? If you have a growth mindset, I know that you want to always grow and have more results, people will be attracted to you. But when you are unproductive as a person, you're not doing anything, nothing, no new projects, no new goals, you get, people will not be attracted to you. And that's where the whole thing of goal setting comes in. People be like goal setting, making plans, just the motivational, motivational talk. No, it's not. It's not. You know that somebody that is going somewhere, someone that has a sense of direction, it is very noticeable. Do you get?
Yes,
Someone
sir.
that has a sense of direction, it is very noticeable. And people are attracted to people that have a sense of
Sense of
direction.
direction.
So if you have a sense of direction, you have to actually know your purpose, have a vision for your life, and then make goals. My point in this talk is that if you have a growth mindset, right, it's going to
Yes,
help
sir.
you fulfill purpose more. You get? Don't play at a point. It was Steve Harvey that said that if you woke up this morning, it means that there is something that God wants you to do today. If you had done it yesterday, if you had done everything yesterday, you'd have died. But the very fact that you woke you up this day, this morning, you woke up, it means that there is something about you that you've not unleashed yet.
Mm.
And when you are done with it, you're out of this place. You get? So have a growth mindset that every single day I must make sure I contribute something. I discover what is inside of me and I serve my gift to the world. Popular person that we all know, Jesus, he said something that if you want to be great, how you can be great is to be a servant. To be a servant does not mean that you should go and be a beggar or a slave.
Mm.
To be a servant means that you serve your gifts into the world. You serve yourself to the world. There's something inside of you that you serve to the world. You're singing, you're writing, this is your podcasting to make you great. You get? So that's it.
Thank you very, very much, sir. I hope you're writing down. Perfectionism is a trap.
Yeah.
And to talk to it or to add to it is people are attracted to results.
Yeah. True.
People
True.
are
True.
attracted to results.
True.
So have a growth mindset. So the third question, it says, how has failure played a role in your growth? And what lesson did you learn from it? How has failure played a role in your growth? And what lesson did you learn from it, sir?
How has failure played a role in my growth? Failure makes you humble. That's one.
Mm.
That's one automatic effect. So if you have been doing something so well and then you fail, you now see that. Like somebody asked me recently, like, I run one of the biggest tutorial brand in this part of
Yeah.
the world.
Dr.
That
Tim tutorial, please.
that how does it make me feel? My response was three words. I'm still human.
Hmm.
You get? That was the response. I'm still human. it's not coming from a place of just empty-headed talk. We failed in the brand before last year. We failed in the brand before. Our manager will understand it. You get so, but after that epic failure, you get for me, I see failure as a booster for doing more. People see failure as something to make them go back to their shell, like withdraw and not. If I should ever fail in something, my comeback will be dangerous. That's how it is. So after that failure, like we lost some. I was almost jailed. I was in church and then I won't tell the full story in this particular podcast, maybe another time.
Okay.
But I was in church and then I was enjoying service and then I got a call. I don't pick calls in church, right? I called the call. I called the call. And the next thing, the guy sent me a long text that she was going to report to the police, this and that, blah, 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 blah. So that period, we lost some money, even had some quarrels in the staff team. So it was sad. Like, that's when the whole entrepreneurship thing really got to me, like, this thing. But long story short, like, the comeback was massive. And right now, like today, as I'm recording this, the brand is using a bigger venue because we outgrew our older venue.
That's
You get what I'm saying?
yes,
So
sir.
that's like for the brand. For me, I'll just share my own story. Let me leave the brand. But as a personal story, I I failed my first MB. In medicine, we write MBs to pass. We don't use CDPA that much, something you want. So we write a professional exam called MB or MBDCS.
Yes, sir.
Mm, you'll have to do this. So, okay, great. This is what happened. In my 300 level, that's when we write our first MB. And we have like 30 courses to write, but they are categorized into three. So, long story short, I failed 2 out of 3. So in the MB, there are like, let me just say like that, 4 categories. So either you pass very well with a distinction, or you just pass averagely to make it to the next class, or you fail and you get a receipt, that means you have to rewrite, or you fail so bad you have to repeat the class or be withdrawn. So like different categories.
Yeah.
So where I fell on that in that first MB was the receipt. You get, so I failed and then I had to rewrite the exam. But the funny thing is, Miss B, the funny thing is that before I wrote that MB, I was already tutoring. Matter of fact, I was already tutoring my own set, like people that were writing MB together. I and my friend, we were teaching them so that we could write the MB and pass. And they were listening, they were coming, they were writing. And then the exam came and we wrote, and then me that was tutoring, I failed.
Okay, you tutored your class,
Yes.
and you that tutored failed.
Yes. So it was painful. Like
Yes,
there's nothing
it's real.
nothing exciting about failure. That's the thing. Failure will just calm you down. You realize that you are a human being and to err is indeed human. You get so it took me like a week, about 7 8 days to recover. Yeah, because it was really sad and all. But after that, like I said, I see failure as a motivation to like do more. You get it's one of my mindsets. So after that, I was like, okay, so I feel biochemistry and anatomy. And I was like, okay, so this biochemistry thing, right? You think you're bigger than me. So I was at home in my hometown then, but I had to like travel back to the city. And then I came back. We were a lot that failed that period. But I was like leader of the team. I told them, let's come back together. We had a group chat. We were meeting every day. I gathered past questions. I made a schedule for who will answer which past questions, like every single day. You're answering this, you're answering this, you're answering this, you're answering this. Let's come back. We can pass this thing, we can pass this thing. So we're meeting every day inside school. Like school was on break, kind of. They give us time to prepare for the exam. You can pass this thing, you can pass this thing. I know we failed, but we're not done. We're not that. You'll be passing primary school, passing secondary school. This exam is just because we're not prepared. You get it's called an examination, it's examining what you know. You get so because you failed, don't mean that you had 0. You failed, probably had 49. It means that if you had read more, you had prepared more, you passed 50. You get what I'm saying? So we did that, and it was back to back to back to back to back, and boom, we passed. So that experience made me more humble, and then actually made me more empathic. Because right now I'm a CEO of a tutorial brand that has branches in different states in Nigeria,
Wow.
and we have hundreds, thousands actually, thousands of students online that follow us, our jam classes, our medical courses, our 100 level courses in our YouTube and everything. We have over 40 staff. You get here and outside Cross River State. So my point is that if I see a student that is struggling, like yesterday, I heard that the particular results came out, and there are some students that are in our brand. we are known for giving A's and B's. Like we say that if you pass, you pass with an A, and you fail with a B. So our brand system, that's what they're known for. But we had a stupid person that had C's, and I had to like encourage them. If I had not failed before, I'll have been like, how can you have a C? You get it's like you get. I wouldn't have understood what it means to fail. If somebody ever even has an F now, like I'll be like, how can somebody fail botany? Like this is not for that math or something, even for that math test. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
because I've failed, like failed not just any kind of exam, but professional exam, and you get, and I came back, I know how to talk somebody out of, and I'm talking to them now like, okay, you had a C, no problem. You had a D, no problem. You can bounce back, you can make it. So that's what you're talking, to be empathic and to be humble. And then I'll just end with this. Why that lesson was so valuable was because talking about growth now.
Yes.
And one of the things that you need to grow is humility. And it takes teachability, right, to learn. And it takes learning to grow. With a sequence, if you are not humble, you're not teachable. You're not teachable, you cannot learn. And if you don't learn,
You can
you
grow.
can't grow. So you don't grow with a stereotype mindset. You get what I'm saying? So humility is one thing I've learned from my failure experiences, and I'm not afraid of failing, to be honest. I don't want to feel shy. I'm just saying.